Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Marina Ray, and in this video, we are going to talk about the careers of architect and interior designer. So, for those of you who are still deciding um, what they want to become, whether an architect or an interior designer, this is a comprehensive video for you to help you make an informed choice. So let's talk about the main difference. What architects do, they design core and shell, or the structural elements of the buildings, and also interiors and exteriors, ensuring they are safe, functional, and meet building codes. So, what interior designers do? They focus mostly on the aesthetic and functional aspects of interior spaces, such as decor, window treatment, furnishings, fixtures, and usability. Let's talk a little bit about the responsibilities of both professions. So architects, what they do, they draft the construction documents. They communicate with different types of engineers. So it's like a multidisciplinary collaboration. They collaborate with the structural engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical, acoustical consultants, sustainability consultants, and many other consultants as well. So they put together a whole set of construction documents, which is drawings and specifications. So also architects, of course, they design the placement of rooms and structural elements in collaboration with other disciplines. They ensure that the building codes are met. They communicate with the authority having jurisdictions or AHJs and make sure that the set of documents is compliant and up to the most recent and most stringent code. Also, architects oversee the construction to ensure that the construction documents are implemented correctly so that the construction is in accordance with the construction document set. Also, what else architects do, they make sure that other systems are incorporated into the building model perfectly, that for example, the HVAC duct is not penetrating the structural beam or anything like that. Let's talk a little bit about the interior designers. So interior designers work within the shell. So there is already a space and they create cohesive interior design. Also, interior designers select furnishings, decor, and materials such as paint, other materials, and other products that are going to use, such as flooring or ceiling or any other type of wall treatment. Also, of course, they ensure that spaces are visually appealing and practical. And interior designers communicate more with the clients to understand their needs and preferences. Also, of course, interior designers collaborate. They collaborate with the contractors, they collaborate with the architect, they collaborate with other engineers and vendors to make sure that everything is in accordance to the architectural construction document set, or if it's just the interior that it is in accordance with the project owner. What is similar to both is that both architects and interior designers, they use BIM or building integrated models, such as Revit, for example, or Rhino, or any other type of programs, SketchUp or whatever parametric architecture programs they use. And they make sure that everything is designed and rendered before the construction starts and the client can see the drawings, and they will be submitted to the building department, and the client will see the renderings so that they can imagine what the space is going to look like, because both architects and interior designers have really good imagination and spatial thinking. Let's talk about the education and qualifications. So what architects need to do. And I have a separate video on how to become an architect. So I will leave a link to that video in the description. So architects have three components. That is the formal education, experience, and the architect registration examination, which is 6 board exams. Also, the and after that, the architects become licensed, and they are able to sign and seal the drawings. So basically, they're allowed to call themselves an architect and practice architecture and submit the drawings to the building department. As far as the interior designers, basically the requirement is the education. It's not as formalized as architects, for example. So there is no like NAB accreditation or anything like that. And also, architects go through the licensure through NCIDQ, or National Council for Interior Design Qualification, and that is 3 exams. Also, in some states, for example, in Florida, those individuals who pass the architectural registration examination and become licensed as an architect, they can apply for the reciprocity and get the interior designer license. Some states do not allow that, and you still have to sit for both architectural and interior design exams if you would like to get both license. But some states allow to actually have that reciprocity. Let's talk a little bit about the salary of both architects and interior designers. So, the average base salary of the architect in the United States of America is $106,000 per year. And again, in the US, the salary usually is like either hourly or annually. And also, architects have higher earning potential, and that reflects just the extensive education and licensure requirements. As far as the interior designers go, the average base salary in the US is $55,000 per year. And earnings can vary based on specialization, location, and whether the interior designers work independently or for a firm, like architectural or interior design firm. And again, this is just the base. It can vary up or down. And some interior designers are way more successful than architects if they run their own practice or they specialize in a very unique niche, and they can earn way more than the architects. Let's talk a little bit about the job outlook. There is, according to Indeed.com, there is a 3% job growth projected through the year of 2030. And I'm recording this video in 2024, so it may or may not be accurate in 2030, but that's the most up-to-date information as of today. And there's a slightly better job prospects due to ongoing demand for new buildings and renovations. And again, a lot of projects in their urban environment are adaptive reuse projects and basically retrofitting the old buildings for the architects, just because there is already a lot of built fabric in the cities, and architects are needed to take care of the old buildings, maintain them, or adaptively reuse the buildings and repurpose them for the new program. As far as the interior designers, there is no projected growth through 2030, but again, that may change. This is accurate as of 2024. But still, it's a stable job market with opportunities in various sectors such as residential, commercial, hospitality, and other sectors. Let's talk about the work environment of both architects and interior designers. So both architects and interior designers spend about half their time in the office and half on site. What I mean by on site, it's not just on the construction site, is talking to the clients, doing some due diligence, going to the building department, planning department, or zoning department, and just making sure that everything is compliant. And of course, half of the time is just designing, drafting, taking care of all the accounting, tax, um, financing, and like all those different things that every practice has to worry about. Architects work closely with construction professionals and engineers to ensure structural integrity of of the buildings, and they balance office work with on-site supervision. So although it's not the extensive inspections of the construction site, architect still has to be aware of what's going on and how the construction progresses. So that is highly recommended for the architect to frequently visit the construction site. Um, so for the interior designers, they have more frequent communication with the vendors, clients, and contractors just because the scale is slightly smaller. So they need more like hands-on communication with the manufacturers and vendors to make sure that the materials and products are selected properly, that everything is delivered on time, and they are properly installed because basically that is what the client sees, all the finished materials, furnishings, and so on. Let's talk a little bit about how to actually choose between the architect and interior designer. What is better for you? What is a better fit? So, when you choose between the two careers, first of all, they are very related and there are a lot of intersections between the two. So, you can do both. You can do interior architecture, which is like doing more than just a regular interior designer, just replanning, redesigning the space, moving the walls, and basically making sure that everything is still correct, everything is still compliant, and the roof is not going to collapse. So that's the interior architecture. Or you can specialize in something. For example, if you specialize in, for example, aviation, you can both design and plan the interiors of the airports. Or if it's like healthcare, there are a lot of intersecting positions. For example, architects know all the equipment sizes and they just dedicate their whole career to the healthcare, to design in hospitals or clinics or any type of healthcare facilities. And of course, they have to do more of the interior. They have to be compliant with all the sizes and the prescripted dimensions of the equipment, rooms, and other things. If you choose architecture, it's suitable for those who have a strong interest in structural design, technical aspects of the building, and those who would like to make sure that health, safety, and welfare of the general public is protected, as well as the functional aspect of the buildings. Architecture requires more comprehensive understanding of the building system integration, of the construction means and methods, and regulatory requirements. So that is regarding architecture. Interior designer will be ideal for those who enjoy selecting decor, fabrics, furniture, who like to work on the room layouts, just rotate the furniture and see, the better fit or the better material, so create visually appealing environments, or they like to uh, just arrange different types of um, like ceilings, or they like to work with the acoustics, or they like to work with the colors and so on. And interior design involves understanding client needs and bringing their vision to life through creative design solutions. So that's like a different scale, and it's still very interesting. Still, both careers require creativity, project management skills. That is essential for both professions, both for architects and interior designers. You need to manage the stakeholders. You need to understand the needs of the owners. You need to manage the team, because there are a lot of people that are in charge of different aspects. And architect and interior designer, they coordinate all the efforts to deliver the final product to the client. Also, that is basically about the passion. And if you really love that, if you really are passionate about helping people with their spatial requirements, that both professions would be great for you. And again, it's all about the scale. So architecture covers slightly larger um, type of building design and construction. And interior design is a little smaller. It's more about the core, and architecture is more about the shell of the building. So that was it for now. Please follow my channel, subscribe, like the video, and please leave your comments if you're interested in something else, and if you're interested in more videos regarding architecture and interior design. Please leave your comment and I will record more videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.